Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. So hope everybody's having a great day. Today, got a really cool video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a package opening, and I'm also going to be talking briefly a little bit about gold and silver and some of what's going on right now in the markets. So right off the bat, if you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please take a minute, hit that subscribe, and leave me your thoughts in a comment. Go ahead and comment what you think is going to happen with gold and silver. I always love reading other people's opinions because I'll be honest, I'm hearing a lot of people say we've been down this road before with silver and they're just going to manipulate it back down, and these recent increases are nothing. But the truth of the matter is manipulating silver is getting harder and harder to do as there's more of a premium now on even shorting silver, and as that continues to happen, it's going to make it more difficult for people to short the markets. It's going to make it more vital that people take physical demand of their precious metals, like we're already seeing in gold. As you can see, the London LBMA is basically dumping. They're giving up a lot of their gold. Now I know they came out and said it's not a lot, it's like 1%. I would be curious if it actually is 1% of the gold they're giving up. They're also saying that the shortages and the time frames that it's taken longer is because it's discussing new customers. If new customers with them are trying to get physical, well then yeah, there's a longer waiting line. The queue is longer. If you're a long-time customer and you've been ordering it, well, you're not waiting 6 weeks to get it. And they're also saying a lot of it is because their bars are just bigger. Like I think they're 300-ounce bars, whereas it gets sent off and melted down into 100-ounce delivery bars for their gold. So, or some amount along those lines, you know, and maybe all of that does have a little bit of play in the wait times, but the truth of the matter is the demand for both gold and silver is climbing, and that's why we're seeing price increases. And you know, you'll see these beat downs like you saw here. That was just the price was just getting too high. We were approaching silver was moving up, but gold was approaching, as you saw today, almost $3,000, and then they beat that down. That what upset me about this the most, I'll be honest with you guys, is that as it was climbing throughout the day, we weren't really seeing it climb as much in silver, but yet once gold took the hit, silver took the hit with it and followed it down. I'm not worried about that, as you're going to see in a minute here, because I am doing a package opening right now, and I've been putting more and more of my money again into precious metals because I understand where it's going. Now please don't laugh at the way I open my packages, because hold on one second, because I did almost cut my hand one day. Let's see if I can get this open. I should get myself some fancy, I don't know, box cutter. I've had a few people say, dude, break down, get yourself a nice box cutter, and quit using scissors or crazy knives or that type of stuff. However, it's just habit for me. So what am I thinking right now? You guys saw my recent package opening that I did last week. Why did I buy what I bought? I ended up buying gold last week. Today, I ended up getting silver, and I got a lot of silver. And I'm going to explain here in just a minute why I got what I got. This is 100 ounces of silver. Now, when I show this to you guys, my feelings on this has kind of changed a little bit. When I first started getting these, I was super excited about them. I have since, I'll be honest, wished I hadn't gotten as many as I've been getting. So this right here is 100 ounces. And it's 100 ounces of all of the same thing. I apologize for some of y'all might be a little dizzy the way this camera, I'm trying to line it up. I usually would shoot this from my table cam. However, the way I have it now, I snapped my table cam tripod. So I'm going to bust open one of these and show you what I got, and I'm going to tell you guys what they are. So these are the new Trying to figure out the best way to put them so you guys can kind of see. These are the new Legendary Warriors. Some of y'all know what that set is. They do come from Silvertown Mint. The problem that I have with them is we are now 8 coins in, and we're not seeing any, I don't want to say slowdown. I don't know how many of these things they're making, but they're obviously making a lot of them. And if there is a ton of them, we're not seeing it go up in price like I had expected. I've seen with some coins that they make into sets, you see the price really start ticking higher and higher. But these, we're not seeing it. Now, the question comes up, why are we not seeing it? Now, some of y'all have seen these before. I did a package opening on my channel where I showed them. And this camera is not going to be the best to really get a good look at these, I don't think. There it is. So these are the Legendary Warriors. This is the Spartacus one. But like I said, the problem is they've just mass-produced them, it seems like. I'm still able to find, even from Silvertown Mint, or Silvertown Refinery, I don't know which they call it. But needless to say, I'm still able to get some of these. Now, I don't like that because obviously I want to see the price go up on them. I'm happy to a certain point. I was talking to one friend. He goes, dude, you started buying them when them were like, what, 20 bucks a piece? He goes, you should be happy. Those ounces are well worth more than 20 bucks a piece now. And he's right in that aspect. But, you know, when you buy something like this in the quantities, I mean, this is 100 right here of all the same coin. But I'm still hoping to see it go up. And if there's people are still able to go and order them from them, then obviously they're not going up in price fast enough because they've got so many of them. What I was hoping that would happen is it would become like kind of like a collectible on top of that, kind of like the UFOs over series. Some of y'all may know what that is. Those were coins that started out on the cheap. UFOs over Washington, UFOs over Paris, UFOs over Egypt, the pyramids, the Eiffel Tower, the London Bridge, all these different landmarks. And then, you know, as time went on, you couldn't get them anymore. And then the price just skyrocketed to where people were paying like $80, $90, $100 for an ounce of silver. And a lot of that does have to do with how many they produce. And I'm not seeing that with these. Now, I don't know how many of these they produced. Originally, the first word was they were only going to make like 100,000 of them, which for a round, that would be a very low number. And it would essentially do well, in my opinion. But then as time went on, that obviously was not the case. And so they're still out there. But the question that comes up is silver, even silver now, with silver moving up, anything that you've bought in last year is probably up higher now. And I think silver is going to continue to go even higher. And that's why I'm kind of happy with the purchase, because it does force me to buy, because I don't want to risk at this point getting behind. I had one friend tell me, because some of these go to him and some of them stay to me. And I had one friend tell me, dude, if you miss out on my set because, I don't know, you're cheap on 50 cents a coin or something, I'm going to be very unhappy with you. And maybe he's right in that aspect. Maybe he's wrong. I don't know. But no matter what, the stuff that we've been buying continues to go up even higher and higher in price. And I think silver is going to. And I think this idea that they can manipulate it down, I think is really a disbelief. And what I mean by that is they cannot continue to manipulate it down when it's getting bought up faster and faster. I mean, you think about how many, if they divided up all the silver in the world equally, it's already been factored out that each person is only going to have 7 ounces of silver. And 7 ounces of silver is kind of generous. That's not taking into account how much silver is lost and gone. Now, that is taking into account that obviously you can recycle some silver. There might be like silver coins out there, but we're talking distributed evenly. Here's the thing. The world ain't fair. Nothing's distributed evenly. I have more than 7 ounces. I think most of you have more than 7 ounces. And essentially this being 100 ounces right here, I mean, you're talking 14 people's worth right here. If I did the math right, yeah, 14 people roughly. So, I mean, and here I am with it all. So, we're going to continue to see prices of silver and gold go up, in my opinion. There's not really going to be much that can slow it down. Manipulation is going to eventually be nothing. It's not even going to be a thought, because we're seeing let's be honest, who manipulates silver the most? There's no disputing that manipulation exists. That conversation has been put to bed with proof. However, the question is, who is manipulating it now? We know big banks are manipulating it. The question is why they're manipulating it, and the question is, can they keep manipulating it? We know big banks are manipulating the price because they were the ones that got fined. They were the ones that was proven for spoofing metals, manipulating metals. We know they hold a lot of metals. They've got backlogs of it. They say in case people demand delivery, they have it, so they can kind of keep the system going. And maybe they have to give a little up when things start coming crashing down. But the truth of the matter is, at a certain point, they're not going to want to be giving up their silver if the price is being manipulated down. They're going to eventually want to stop the manipulation. It just makes sense. And once they stop the manipulation, the price does skyrocket. Or they lose control of the manipulation and the price skyrockets. And so when it comes down to, is precious metals a good investment? In my opinion, there's no reason it's not. It is debatable on whether gold or silver is a better investment. Obviously, that's a heavily talked about item right now, especially in the stacking community. However, I believe that the reason it is so heavily talked about is because when you can divide a family, when you can divide a community, when you can divide an organization, a country, whatever, it usually collapses from within. And right now there is a lot of people that would like to see the stacking community collapse. And so I think the division, but I mean, in the end, whether you're investing in gold, whether you're investing in silver, you're doing something right. The big question is, which is the better investment? Obviously, gold right now is doing a little bit better this year. But if you look at 1 year ago, last year, silver beat out gold by a small percentage. And then we went into the new year, and as of right now, gold is doing a little bit better. I can tell you, when I picked up these, they haven't gone up as much as the gold coins that I picked up. Now, obviously, you guys seen my gold coin package opening the other day. Now you've seen one of my silver package openings, and I got another silver package opening because technically the newest one of these came out. It actually just came out. I ended up just getting it today. I bet they both came today. And so I'll be opening that one in a future video. But I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit because a lot of people have this belief that, it can't end. And it's always going to be manipulated. And the truth of the matter, it's not always going to be manipulated. Eventually, it will break. And when it breaks, the question is going to be, who is going to have the silver? Who is going to have the gold? And it really doesn't matter what you have, if you've got gold or silver. If you've got paper, you might be in trouble. If you've got Bitcoin, you might be in trouble. And I know a lot of people right now are talking about Bitcoin, sovereign fund, or all these different crazy stuff, just because they have eased on restrictions a little bit with banks investing in Bitcoin and stuff, does not mean that they are going to invest in it. I mean, it makes sense that they did that because now people are a little bit more free to gamble their money on cryptocurrencies. And I think they did that intentionally, because if someone is gambling their money in cryptocurrencies, they're not buying up a finite amount of resources, whether that be gold and silver, or whether that just be food or everyday items. Because the more money they can take out of the system or get you to invest your money somewhere else in something else, it's in their best interest. We don't experience as much inflation in everyday items because a lot of people are taking their money and they're investing it in bubbles, a real estate bubble. Some will say a gold and silver bubble, Bitcoin bubble, stock market bubble, all these different things. I don't believe that silver is anyway in a bubble. The reason is we are nowhere near the all-time high. You might get me to say, okay, maybe gold is expanding into a bubble. It is at an all-new high. I mean, we're hitting all-time highs every day on gold. But on the flip side, how many people are pouring their money into it? Look how much gold is getting bought up. And now more and more people are starting to buy up physical. They don't want paper. They want physical. Dumb money is still willing to take the paper, silver, paper, gold. Smart money is taking physical custody of their resources because they know what's happening and they know where it's going to go. And so with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Keep stacking, my friends. I'm super happy to have gotten this. I always worry when I put in an order and I'm waiting on it to come in because you never really know what could happen while it's sitting out there in limbo, moving around the country. So I'm happy I got it. And the other one I believe is going to be even cooler because the next round in this Legendary Warrior set is super awesome. So with that being said, keep stacking, my friends. Let me know your thoughts on silver. Don't get discouraged. We saw it running up high today, starting to climb again, and then all of a sudden we saw it get beat down. I don't mind. I hope it gets beat down even more, along with a lot of other stackers that leave me comments saying, I wish it would come down one last time so I can put another order in. And I understand where you're coming from when you think that. And we may see a little bit of a dip again, especially if gold hits 3,000. You can expect that gold will have a beat down, and it will probably take silver with it. And then they'll be able to mass publish that story about how gold is such a bad investment, how it got beat down it rose up to $300 on speculation buying, only to get slammed down to $2,900. I mean, it's a drop in the bucket when you're dealing with gold. So with that being said, going to wrap up here, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. And a special thank you to all of our members that help make this channel and this videos possible. I can't thank you enough, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.